I will just explain the steps. Why it is showing up? So uninstall Hadoop. Come on. Okay. I have to force quit. Okay, now probably it will work. So now we will be talking about uninstalling the Hadoop, uninstalling the CDH and CM file. So first we have to, we'll talk about the overview and how we will stop the roles and how to remove the parcels or packages, and then the services, and then how we have to uninstall, and then clean up the files, and then we have to drop the MySQL databases. Okay, so we will talk about how to uninstall and how to clean up the Cloudera distribution of Hadoop and Cloudera Manager. We have two components when it comes to Cloudera, which are Cloudera Manager is the one which actually monitors the cluster, and CDH is the one which will actually packages all the Hadoop ecosystem tools into one bundle. So we are actually have two major components when it comes to Cloudera. So as part of the uninstallation, first you have to stop the roles. So for that you have to go to the Cloudera Manager and click on host, and you can select all of them, and you can click on stop all roles. So this is the first thing you need to do if you want to uninstall the entire cluster. Okay, select all roles and then stop all roles. And then you have to remove the parcels or packages. So especially if you are using parcels, what you have to do is you have to click on this, and if it is a parcel, you will see it here. Okay, and if it is distributed, then you the life cycle is download, distribute, activate. Okay, so the reverse of it is deactivate and delete. Okay, so as it is already deactivated, as we haven't applied 5.3.0 on the current cluster, it is only in download mode. The distribute is not yet done. So as the distribute is not yet done, we can you will not see the complete reverse life cycle for this. But if it is already in activate mode, first you have to deactivate, and then you have to remove the distribution. And once you remove the distribution, you will see this like this. You will see distribute highlighted here, and you will see delete here. You can delete it, and the parcels will be deleted from the cluster. I mean, not physically, but logically. Okay. So deactivate the parcel followed by removing it. That's what we have done. Once that is done, you have to stop the services such as Cloudera SCM agent on all the servers. So log into all the servers, and you have to run this command to stop the Cloudera SCM agent. And then you have to uninstall CM and CDH. So you can run this command on the Cloudera Manager to stop. You can run all these three commands. but the first command will fail on all the nodes except one where the Cloud Manager is running. So by running the uninstall cloudera-manager.sh, it will remove all the binaries related to Cloudera Manager. And then by running remove Cloudera Manager -star, it will remove the Cloudera Manager server, Cloudera Manager agent, and Cloudera Manager daemons packages from all the hosts in the cluster. Then you can do clean all to clean up clean up the stuff from the cache. Once that is done, you can drop the MySQL databases. So we have created a database called rman for the Cloudera Manager to store the repository. We have created a database Hive for Hive Metastore. We have created a database for Woozy to create a Woozy metadata. So you need to identify all the databases that are created, and you have to drop them to make it clean. Okay? And then you have to clean up all the files. So first you have to unmount the CM_process, and then you have to run these rm-rf commands. But this path you have to fix the path depending upon the way you have installed. So if you have installed using packages, certain things might go under USR, but whereas if you use parcels, it might go under /opt. So to make sure the paths are correct for all these directories which you need to clean up, you have to go through the documentation of Cloudera, and you have to follow those steps to actually clean up all the directories that are created as part of the installation. And then this one is the directories for the HDFS we have created. So we provision storage and we create directories such as /dfs, /mapped, and /yarn when we actually as part of the configuration. So when you actually add the HDFS, by default it takes the DFS for the file system for HDFS, and when you click on add service, then it will create /dfs on all the data nodes. So you have to run this command to delete the directories which actually stores the data in HDFS. So you need to make sure that you pass the correct path here. This is very important. Otherwise, the files will not be cleaned up. So in this step, what we are trying to do is we are trying to clean up all the data that is created as part of the HDFS day-to-day usage of HDFS for copying data day-to-day. So this part is the one which we actually have all the files in the form of blocks. Let me show you. That will make it more clear. So we are on host 8, and if you go to /dfs, we have a directory called dn, and these values are provided at the time of adding the services. And you can also go to the configuration files to determine the correct path. Go to home, click on HDFS, click on configuration, and you can say data.dir. So data.dir is the one which will actually control where your blocks for your files should go to. So for example, when we actually copy large deck, it is split into blocks, and all those blocks are stored somewhere under this directory. So the idea of this step is to delete those directories completely so that the cluster is clean. Okay, so you need to understand those paths, and you have to modify this command so that you delete appropriate directories. And then these are to remove all the libraries. So you can run this command. It will delete all the libraries related to Flume, Hadoop, Hue, Scoop, etc. And then if there are any processes that are running under these users, you have to kill them. You can run ps-fu command to determine whether there are any backend process that are running with those users. SDFS, MapRed, Yarn, you should run it on you should run this ps- few command on all the nodes in the cluster for all the users, and if there are any remaining process, you should kill them, and if you want, you can also clean up these users which are created by Cloudera Manager as part of the installation configuration. Okay, and then you can run this one to clean up everything that is related to CDH and CM, Cloudera Distribution of Hadoop and Cloudera Manager. And if there is a temporary file as part of the installation, you should clean up that file also. So then everything will be clean, and then you can turn around the servers to the Linux admins, and they will take it from there. There might be still some leftovers, but you need not worry much about it, because typically when system admins want to use these servers to other folks, they will format it and they will apply a different image as per the requirements for the other organizations. So even if there are any leftovers, you need not worry. The main thing is this one, so that you copy the data. You delete the data from the servers before turning around to SS. If you left over with the data, then it can cause some issues. Someone might hack the data and might abuse it. So those kinds of issues, to overcome those kinds of issues, it is best practice to delete all the data before turning around to the other stakeholders in the organization. So that is about the installation of Hadoop. Let me know if you have any questions. It is pretty straightforward. The best way to start is to go through the documentation, and you can use these commands for your reference, and you can execute these things to clean it up.